Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Flooding in some Clarendon communities.
It's a case of deja vu for residents of Halls Hall in southern Clarendon. A week after wading through floodwaters due to Tropical Storm Grace, they are again battling knee-high water in their community after Thursday's heavy rain. Motorists and cyclists brave the flood to get to their destination.
We up from 4 o'clock this morning. From 4 o'clock we have been watching the rain. By the time we look outside, the water is gushing in on us. We have to be up here packing up blocks quick as possible. The walls have been covering, the elderly people have been moving out, carrying them on my back out.
Despite the health risk, the people journeyed to the entrance of the community to speak with our news team about the problem they say is caused by improper drainage. Fingers were pointed at the political directorate.
We have a member of parliament, and we don't see him and you win. Nobody outside not see him. Nobody represent you, represent yourself. Yeah, man. Who are better than community, brother? You can't work, man.
I me not sleep. Because every minute I have to get up and I have to watch out the door. Because I have the arthritis, I have the pressure, everything. So we are asking them what they can do for it. If they can do for it, well, it has to go in a house of parliament. To the Prime Minister become Mr. Andrew Holness not knowing what's happening in bottom at Clarendon.
But Member of Parliament Colonel Charles Jr. dismissed claims of poor representation.
We have deployed a team across the constituency to do an assessment to identify the places and the people who need support. We are going to be continuing the delivery of packages to the elderly and to persons who are in need.
Incidentally, the community was represented at the local government level by former Mayor of Maypen, Milton Brown. Mr. Brown died last year and hasn't been replaced. And the residents in Halls Hall believe community level issues such as drain cleaning have suffered as a result. MP Colonel Charles Jr. in the meantime also reminded residents about their responsibility in preventing flooding in their communities.
The building material and the garbage and the mound, the heaps of sand and gravel that are left outside of homes close to drains is causing a significant problem. This material is being washed down into the drain once it rains, and that forms even a greater blockage. So we are trying to get the message across to residents that it's not just about drain cleaning, it's also about keeping the surface clean so that we can give free passage to the water to run off down to the sea.
Flooding in porous Manchester from heavy rainfall. Man killed in plaza shooting was targeted, police say. Reliable police sources have informed reporters that a man who was shot fatally in Springs Plaza on Constant Spring Road in St. Andrew on Friday hails from an Ambrook Lane address in St. Andrew. The man killed is from Ambrook Lane. It was a targeted hit. They went for him and executed him. 2 others were shot, a police insider reported. The incident occurred just around 12 noon on Friday. 3 people were shot, with 1 person succumbing to his injuries in what was initially believed to be an attempted robbery. The man killed has not yet been identified. UWI Mona issues vaccine mandate. All persons living on halls must be fully vaccinated. The Mona campus of the University of the West Indies, UWI, has advised that all students living on its halls of residence will be required to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19. The UWI, in a statement on Friday, said students currently living on halls have until September 3rd to comply with the vaccination mandate. The university is the first major institution in Jamaica to publicly issue a vaccine mandate. According to the university, the requirement is to ensure a safe living environment for its staff and students. As such, all persons residing on the Papine-based campus, including those on 138 students living, must show that they are fully inoculated against the coronavirus. Evidence of vaccination with any of the approved vaccines must be provided to the relevant student services and development manager in order to secure accommodation in the halls of residence, the statement said. It added that persons currently resided in halls who have not received, at a minimum, their first vaccination shot, where applicable, are required to do so by Friday, September 3rd in order to remain in the facility. The statement also advised that vaccinations are being done daily at the Mona Aging and Wellness Center, which is located on the university campus and within walking distance of most halls of residence. All that is required for vaccination is a valid government-issued identification, the statement implored. It also advised that where a resident has received a first shot and is awaiting a second dose, those persons will be allowed to remain on hall. However, the administration is urging such persons to make the necessary arrangements to receive the second dose. Kingston Western Police named 14 persons of interest. The Kingston Western Police have listed 14 men as persons of interest who they believe can assist them with their probe into several incidents of murders and shootings that have been committed in the division recently. They are Leighton Cook, otherwise called Liberty, Philip Brown, otherwise called Phil, Lawrence Stewart, otherwise called Richie Stone, Dwayne Grant, otherwise called Billy, Rashawn Samuels, otherwise called Son, Devon Sullivan, otherwise called Coffee, Marlon Hall, otherwise called Tupac, Romaine Carter, otherwise called Stu Pease, Akeem Bailey, otherwise called Lollipop, a man known only as Rory, a man known only as Ready Up, a man known only as Straight Up, a man known only as Color, and a man known only as Little Man. The men are being asked to make contact with the Denham Town Police by 4 p.m. on Saturday, August 28. In addition, anyone with information that can assist the police to locate these people is encouraged to contact the Denham Town Police at 876-948-6443. People with information may also call Crime Stop at 311 or the Police 119 number. Super Lotto pandemic hit winner bags $183 million jackpot. After playing Super Lotto for 2 years, the latest super millionaire says his $183 million jackpot hit came just in the time to fulfill his financial obligations and accomplish his dreams. The winning ticket with the numbers 08, 14, 24, 32, 34, and Super Bowl 04 was sold in St. Catherine at good promotion on Tuesday, August 3rd. The hit on a $200 split ticket entitled the winner, A. Alexander, a $183 million. The advertised jackpot for the draw was $305 million. According to a release from Supreme Ventures, Alexander said while all eyes were on the 2020 Tokyo Olympics and Team Jamaica, his eyes were on bigger concerns. The Super Lotto winner said that like many Jamaicans, COVID-19 has hit his household hard and cash was tight, but his bag win flipped his fortune in an instant, and he is now part of an elite league of gamers who had claimed their shares of the biggest jackpot game in the region. The winner said he started with a set of numbers based on a previous draw with multiples of 2. Coming up with his own pattern, he held tight to his numbers, saying that it was just time to win. Knowing the odds were high, he played Super Lotto for 2 years and remained hopeful that he would win one day. His brother was the one who gave him the good news that he had won, much welcome news after losing his main source of income during the pandemic. Besides taking care of his home and paying off his mortgage, the winner said he is no longer looking for a 9-to-5. I am going to put it in a bank and use it as collateral to start my own business, he said. This is going to change everything for me. I am going to put it in the bank and log on every day to see it, he said. In a statement, Supreme Ventures said it is the only Jamaican gaming company that really changes its customers' life by offering the largest jackpots on the market. In-person teaching will depend on vaccination rate at school, says MOE. The Ministry of Education says face-to-face teaching in high schools will depend on the COVID-19 vaccination rate at institution. The ministry had previously set a target for in-person teaching by mid-October, with only vaccinated students being in classes. The government started offering the Pfizer vaccine to children 12 and older on Saturday, August 21, as it seeks to facilitate face-to-face teaching. The Education Ministry now says that students in secondary schools will return to face-to-face teaching only if the institution achieves a vaccination rate of 65% or higher. It says that as of August 27, approximately 28,000 students received the first dose of the two-shot Pfizer vaccine. The Education Ministry is strongly encouraging stakeholders in the sector to get vaccinated so as to facilitate in-person teaching. The ministry says teaching for the new school year will begin on September 6 online. As was the case last year, this will be complemented by lessons on television and radio and the distribution of printed learning kits. The Education Ministry says during the week of September 20th and periodically thereafter, it will do an assessment in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and Wellness to determine the feasibility date to begin face-to-face teaching. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.